What if I told you that a well-known vitamin, often associated with women's health, could actually be the hidden key helping men over 60 naturally reclaim firm and lasting erections? It might sound surprising, but the top reason why many older men lose their performance in the bedroom isn't mainly due to low testosterone or simply aging. The real issue lies in a quiet deficiency of a single, small nutrient, and once this nutrient is restored properly, the body responds quite literally, almost instantly. Data from men's wellness clinics across the United States show that over 70% of men above the age of 60 struggling with erectile issues are actually dealing with inflamed blood vessels and impaired circulation. This happens gradually and silently for years until intimacy and self-confidence begin to fade. But the great news is that today, Dr. William Harris will share a safe, natural, and scientifically supported solution, no pills or surgeries required. Make sure you don't skip the beginning of this video because I'm about to reveal something that's rarely talked about. The real reason men lose erectile function over time has less to do with hormones or libido and more with the silent aging of the blood vessels that control every sexual reflex in the male body. Before we dive in, I'd love to know more about you. Where are you watching this from? Leave a comment below. I'm excited to share this journey with you. And if this is your first time here at Health Hub, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our science-based health tips for men over 50. Now let's uncover the real reason men lose erectile strength after 60 and how one nutrient can make all the difference. Part 1. Why erectile function declines after 60, a closer look at microcirculation. Having worked with hundreds of aging patients, one of the questions I hear the most is, "Doctor, why isn't it working like it used to?" And that's understandable. Many men assume erectile decline is just part of getting older. But here's the truth, age is only a small factor. The bigger problem is a gradual change in how the smallest blood vessels, especially capillaries, function. These are the vessels responsible for carrying blood to the penis. When you're younger, these vessels are flexible and expand easily when aroused, but after age 60, due to oxidative stress, aging, and poor lifestyle habits, they begin to stiffen, lose elasticity, and become inflamed, and that matters. These capillaries play a vital role. Even slight reductions in blood flow can seriously impact your ability to get or maintain an erection, even if your testosterone levels and desire are still fine. Poor blood flow also reduces the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to the erectile tissues, making them weaker and less responsive. This can cause men to feel disconnected, insecure, and anxious, gradually withdrawing from intimacy altogether. But here's the positive news, this decline can be completely reversed if you support your vascular system the right way. And this is exactly where one small but powerful nutrient steps in as the unsung hero. Coming up next, I'll introduce you to a common vitamin that's often overlooked, yet it has the power to restore flexibility in blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and reignite powerful circulation down to the most sensitive areas of the male body. If you're still here with me, I'm glad to know you care about your health. Drop "I need health" in the comments below so I know you're still watching. Part 2. The overlooked vitamin that plays a major role in male sexual health. I remember clearly the first time I stumbled upon a certain research paper. It pointed to a connection between a vitamin commonly associated with prenatal supplements and a noticeable improvement in sexual function in older men. I was skeptical at first, but the more I reviewed the research and clinical findings, the harder it was to ignore its real-world impact. The nutrient in question is folic acid, also called vitamin B9. Most men don't give it much attention, mainly because it's rarely marketed in male-focused health products. But folic acid plays a major role in several essential biological processes: cell repair, DNA synthesis, red blood cell formation, and most importantly here, keeping blood vessels functioning smoothly. Your circulatory system is the foundation of every sexual reflex. If blood can't circulate with enough force, speed, and accuracy, then no matter how much desire you have, erections will fall short. I've seen many men in their 60s and 70s struggling with this. But after making the right changes and restoring folic acid levels, the results were clear: not only improved bedroom performance, but also enhanced energy, sharper focus, and renewed confidence. What sets vitamin B9 apart is how it supports the vascular system, particularly through its effect on a special molecule that's central to sexual function. And that leads us to the next key question. How does folic acid help improve blood circulation so effectively, and what is its connection to an internal compound that holds the key to unlocking the entire erection process? Part 3, Folic acid and blood flow, the crucial link to male sexual health. Whenever I speak with men in their 60s, 70 seconds, or 80 seconds, there's one truth I always start with. No blood, no erection. Not a weak one, not a temporary one, none at all. Even if your testosterone is great and your libido is strong, if blood isn't flowing where it needs to, the result will be the same. This is where folic acid becomes more important than most people realize. This vitamin affects a compound in the blood called homocysteine. You may not have heard of it, but it's a molecule that silently harms your blood vessels, especially the small ones that lead to the penis. When homocysteine levels are high, the vessel walls harden, lose elasticity, and start to build up plaque. That makes it harder for blood to reach the right place. Folic acid reduces homocysteine levels in the blood, which helps protect capillaries and restore their flexibility. As blood vessels become more relaxed and flexible, blood starts flowing more smoothly, and with it, the sexual reflexes that depend on precise pressure start returning. Some of my patients even said they felt 20 or 30 years younger. But let me be clear, this isn't magic. It's a well-documented biological process, and folic acid is a key part of it. And if you think folic acid is just about blood flow, think again. It also supports the natural production of a gas that male enhancement drugs like Viagra are designed to mimic. And that's what we'll explore next. If you're still with me at this point in the video, thank you, it means a lot. Drop "I need testo" in the comments so I know I'm not talking to myself. Part 4, Folic acid and nitric oxide, activating your body's natural switch. If there's one molecule that determines whether or not a man can achieve an erection, it's not testosterone. It's not adrenaline. It's not even desire. It's nitric oxide, a naturally occurring gas inside your body. Nitric oxide works as a trigger. When you're aroused, it signals the blood vessels to expand rapidly, allowing blood to rush into the erectile chambers and create strong, lasting erections. And here's what makes folic acid so powerful. It directly supports the production of nitric oxide within your blood vessel walls. I remember treating a man over 70 who had nearly given up hope of being intimate with his wife. When I told him that a simple vitamin could naturally boost nitric oxide production, he didn't believe it. But after following the right method for a few weeks, the results were undeniable. Erectile reflexes returned, duration improved, and the experience felt real again. That's because folic acid supports the same pathway that drugs like Viagra try to activate, but instead of forcing the system from the outside, it helps your body work from within through a more balanced, sustainable mechanism. And that's why many patients feel less anxiety and more confidence, because their body's response is real and not drug-dependent. But folic acid's benefits don't end there. It also plays a key role in other pillars of male vitality, including testosterone, fertility, and everyday energy. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. Part 5, Testosterone, Fertility, and Energy, the 3 pillars supported by folic acid. Many people don't realize this, but testosterone doesn't act alone. It relies on several interconnected systems in the body, most notably the circulatory system, the nervous system, and your cellular metabolism. And this is precisely where folic acid makes a significant impact. I once worked with a 64-year-old man who told me he felt like he had completely lost his sense of manhood. It wasn't just that intimacy had become challenging, his focus, drive, and energy were also fading fast. This wasn't just low testosterone. It was a sign that multiple systems in his body were slowing down together. Folic acid played a crucial role in his recovery. Why? Because it helps create red blood cells that carry oxygen to your brain, muscles, and reproductive organs. It also supports healthy nervous system function and helps produce neurotransmitters that influence mood and sexual desire, especially within the testicles, where testosterone is made. Folic acid helps shield these cells from oxidative damage. Without enough of it, your body struggles to synthesize hormones properly, which can lead to a noticeable drop in male vitality. That's why, when patients restore their folic acid levels, they often report improvements not just in the bedroom, but also in mental clarity, mood stability, and daily energy. But there's still one major question left. How do you supplement folic acid the right way, safely and effectively, especially for men over 60? That's exactly what we're going to cover next. Part 6. How to supplement folic acid properly, a safety guide from an expert. One of the most frequent questions I receive after explaining folic acid's importance is, "So, doctor, where should I begin?" I truly love hearing that because it shows the person is ready to take real steps toward change. But let me be honest, supplementing with folic acid isn't just about grabbing any bottle off the shelf at your local pharmacy. What matters most is understanding how your body absorbs and uses this vitamin. Folic acid is naturally present in foods like leafy greens, think spinach and kale, legumes, avocados, and enriched grains. But even among men who eat fairly well, most still don't get enough. Why? Because as we age, our digestive system becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients. Plus, some common medications can further interfere with folate metabolism. For that reason, I often suggest that men over 60, particularly those dealing with fatigue, poor circulation, or intimacy concerns, consider supplementing with high-quality tablets. The standard recommended amount is around 400 micrograms per day, but in clinical settings, physicians may prescribe slightly higher doses to better support cardiovascular and sexual health. To boost absorption and effectiveness, folic acid should be combined with vitamin B12 and vitamin C. These nutrients work together to improve metabolic function and offer full body protection for your blood vessels, hormone levels, and nervous system. And here's what I always remind my patients. This is not an overnight fix. It's a long-term investment. With consistent daily use, the benefits will become noticeable over time. Expect gradual but steady improvements, not instant miracles. And what's even more exciting is that folic acid doesn't only benefit sexual function. When properly supplemented, this vitamin influences several other key systems in the body, from your brain to your heart to the aging process itself. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in the next section. Part 7. The synergistic benefits of folic acid, from heart health to brain function and longevity. I often tell my patients, if something is good for your heart, it's probably also good for your sex life. And folic acid is one of the clearest examples of that connection. While we've already discussed how this nutrient improves blood flow to sensitive areas, its benefits extend far beyond that. By reducing homocysteine levels in the bloodstream, folic acid helps safeguard your entire cardiovascular system. It reduces inflammation in artery walls and slows the buildup of plaque, two factors that drastically lower the risk of heart disease and stroke, especially for men over 60. Beyond that, folic acid plays an essential role in supporting memory and cognitive health. It helps the brain create neurotransmitters and stabilizes the nervous system. That's why so many men who stick with folic acid supplementation report better focus, greater mental clarity, and even an uplifted emotional state. Another powerful benefit is that folic acid is a strong antioxidant. It protects your body's cells from damage caused by free radicals, the main culprits behind aging. When this damage is minimized, you'll often notice improvements across your entire body, from smoother, brighter skin to stronger immunity, and increased stamina during your daily routine. And here's something most men don't know. When folic acid is combined with a few key minerals, its effects on male vitality are multiplied. In the next section, I'll show you two often overlooked minerals that, when added to your routine, can help fully unlock the masculine strength you thought was gone for good. Part 8. A candid look, why this really matters after 60. At some point, every man looks in the mirror and realizes that things have changed. Maybe the belly is harder to manage. Maybe energy slips away faster during the day. And sometimes the hardest change of all is that quiet loss of confidence. In the bedroom, I've sat across from many men in this exact stage of life. And I don't just see physical fatigue in their eyes. I see frustration, regret, and the deep emotional weight of feeling disconnected from who they once were. What I want to stress is this: intimacy is not just about physical activity. It's an expression of masculinity, the feeling of being wanted, of being strong, of being connected. And when that fades, it affects far more than just one area of your life. It changes how you see yourself, how you relate to your partner, and how you show up in everyday moments. So when we talk about folic acid, testosterone, or blood flow, What we're really talking about is much bigger. It's about restoring your sense of presence, confidence, and connection in your relationships. It's about that proud look your partner gives you when you take initiative again. It's about the self-respect that comes from not hiding your body anymore. And here's the beautiful truth. You don't need to turn back the clock to your 20s to experience all of this again. All it takes is caring for your body, your current body, with the right tools right now. Part 9. Take action today. One small change, one different future. One of the most damaging beliefs I see in older men is quiet resignation. They believe it's too late to make a difference, too late to feel strong again, too late to revive intimacy in their relationship. But as someone who's walked beside thousands of men on their health journeys, I can tell you this. Your body still has the power to bounce back if you care for it and take the right steps at the right time. You don't need to change everything at once. You don't need to chase who you were at 25. What you do need is consistency and patience. Start with the basics. A better meal, a targeted supplement, a short walk instead of a long sit. These small daily decisions will add up, and eventually you'll feel the change. Folic acid may be small, but inside your body, it works like a master builder, restoring blood vessels, supporting your nerves, balancing hormones, and most importantly, helping you reconnect with yourself. I've seen men who thought they'd lost everything regain their strength, not by fighting time, but by working with it wisely and intentionally. So if you're asking whether it's too late to start, my answer is simple. No, it's not. You can begin today. You should begin today. There is nothing more valuable than feeling truly alive in your body at your age with the strength and confidence you deserve. This isn't the end. It's the start of something new. A journey where health, strength, and connection are still entirely within reach if you're willing to take the next step. Dear friend, if you've watched this far, I know you care about more than just physical health. You care about confidence. You care about connection. You care about feeling like yourself again, and that's something worth celebrating. Whether you're 60, 70, or older, remember this. It's never too late to reinvest in your health and create the quality of life you want. All it takes is one choice. Today, one good supplement, one healthier meal, or simply the decision to follow information that actually works. If you found today's video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss new content packed with science-based strategies for men's health after 50. I'm not just a doctor, I'm your guide on this path, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you. Thank you for staying until the very end. I wish you lasting energy, clarity, and health every single day. See you in the next video.